What I'm saying about the COVID thing is, I think we'll have some vaccinations by this year, but I think that it will not be available for everybody until
Perry,
mid
relax.
2021.
Perry,
You
relax.
can't hear us. It should be
Oh.
muted.
Oh, okay. I
Because
don't know.
there's... Well, it mutes when the video's going.
Yeah, because now the countdown for the stream is starting because now that we've hit 7 o'clock on the dot. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AM2 Action. This is your host, Burzy J, and alongside me is Perry the Dog and DK88 Amp. How are you guys doing this evening?
Well, Berzy, it is great to be back in AM2, and we come to an extremely interesting, difficult track, but we'll see how the AM2 drivers come to task with Monaco.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for joining us again. We've missed you in the commentary box. I think it's going to be a challenging qualifying for the drivers this evening. We're waiting to get word on the weather for the event, but yeah, it should be a challenging one. DK, how have you been?
I'm good, Perry and Burzy, I should say now. I messed that up. Looking forward to a very interesting race. I think, looking at the last couple races in AM2, I think this is going to be a real good race. A lot of action.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we getting in the chat reading that overcast with light rain for the race, so these guys are going to be putting on probably wet setups if they have them. I'm sure they've probably prepared some sort of wet setup for this, but yeah, it makes everything a lot more interesting. You know, it's easy to knock a front wing off at any point in the dry, but now with the rain coming for the race, really throws things even more of a wild card kind of night.
Definitely, with rain at Monaco is hard enough, but I think when you add it at nighttime, I think it's going to be really hard for these drivers to see in front of them with all the lights and everything.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think this rain's going to be challenging, especially as they get into the middle part of Sector 2 and going through the swimming pool chicane. I think that's going to be a tough section for these drivers to keep the car on track, but we'll see as they move forward into the race.
Definitely, Arcaka will be our first driver to start a lap. No, I lied. It is HS Maria.
So we'll hop on board with HS Maria here.
I think he's on an out lap. JSAC has started his first sector.
I'm lost. It is Arcaka. I was right the first time.
Ooh. Yeah, JSAC, I'm on board with JSAC right now, and he's got Andrew in front of him.
He's got some traffic,
He's got some traffic, so hopefully Andrew can move out of the way. But it's going to be tricky for these drivers to try to find some clean air to set a lap with Monaco being so narrow and a lot of drivers getting bunched up.
Yeah, with, 16 is a little bit better than 20, but Obviously, there's going to be more traffic throughout the lap and less places to get out of the way. So, like, hopefully people are respectable and don't pick up time penalties.
Oh, absolutely. I think as long as they're staying clean on turn 1, there isn't really a ton of opportunities to pick up penalties here, so that'll be nice. JSAC sets a 1:11.0, so that's a good banker lap for him. Looks like, is that porridge power coming around the last? Oh, it's porridge on the middle of the lap.
Arcaka just left the final corner. Comes across in 1:12.2. So yeah, times are about usually where they are for AM2. I mean, we've got 3, 4 now across the line, but I thought EU3 especially pretty quick times in the 109, low 109 for a time trial. A couple EU2s in the 108s. So I don't know. It could depend too with the rain coming, some more downforce maybe for these guys. So it could be part of the reason why we're seeing times quite a bit off from the other tiers.
Yeah, his Bot Hot goes fastest with a 1:10.9. I wonder if those wet setups are playing a little bit of a factor in these times, like you say, so we'll see.
I would say so.
So it looks like Gru just set a 13.8, and SRS is coming through. It looks like his Rogue's finishing his lap up here, as he goes 4th fastest with a 12.0. And we've got the Ferrari of Seagrass coming. He came into the pits. So we'll look for Seagrass, or for Amram here to set a good lap.
I find it interesting. Bodhod right now is doing a second fast lap, and right now was 3/10 up through sector 2.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to rip on board with him quickly here.
And he did improve.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. Yeah, he did improve.
Yes, he did improve to a 10.7. I think the second lap on soft, you're probably not going to really be worried about putting wear on your softs during this qualifying. With the rain.
Yeah, the margin for error in the dry is very minimal, so just adding that element of a wet racetrack is going to be even more difficult for these drivers to navigate streets of Monaco. But I wonder, what is the optimal strategy here? The race is overcast to a light rain, is that correct? Or was it overcast for quali and then light rain race?
It just says overcast with light rainfall for the race, so I think
Okay.
it must be. I think it's probably going to be light rain throughout the race, possibly.
Right.
So
So at least the strategy is pretty straightforward for them then.
yeah, if it's going to be something like intermediates for the whole race, it should be probably a one-stop race, I would assume.
Yeah. So SRS does a 12.1 to go 6th fastest, as RJP has just started a lap. Oh, and bad luck, unfortunately for him. Looks like he's damaged his front wing, so he's gonna have to abort his lap.
I think we should play a game on how many wings get destroyed in this qualifying or race.
So P-Dog's on a lap here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be quite a few wing changes. I'd imagine every driver pits at least 3 times, but we'll see.
At least 3 times for a wing change.
Yeah.
I got something I want to say, but I don't think we should be talking about it on the street.
P-Dog's put together a pretty clean lap thus far, although it should be in the 112s, I think.
RJP.
1:10.5, so he goes fastest, P-Dog.
RJP looks to have lost it at the exit of turn 12 and has asked to retire, so that's unfortunate. That damaged wing obviously wasn't helpful for him trying to get back to the pits.
P-Dog with that pole. He's had a string of bad luck these races. Hopefully he can turn around in Monaco, but Monaco is just a hard track to turn around that luck, but maybe he can do it.
Well, if ever there's a track, nothing greater than the legendary Monaco to turn things around.
Well, things are extremely tight up top. P-Dog, J-Sack within a couple of hundreds. And Segrist did his lap on a medium tire, so you expect him to pick up at least a second on these softs.
So it looks like Rogue's going for another run here.
Segrist got away with a pretty big cut through the chicane.
Rogue is keeping it nice and clean so far as he comes to the Grand Hotel hairpin. And on through into Portier, into the tunnel.
Sectors.
Segrist with a 10-0, that's an impressive time.
Yeah, Segrist, another driver looking to bounce back after last week's threw away the win, in my opinion, and getting disqualified. But he's going to be looking to have a good result to maintain a close championship battle.
Unfortunately, Rogue just cut things a little tight at the Nouvelle chicane and invalidated his lap, so he'll look to go again once he gets back to the pits. Or is he going to try to see what he's going for here? So it looks like we got Kitten Petter about to start a lap, so we'll ride on board with Kitten. See if Kitten can get on the board here.
I think it's pretty interesting the gap between P4 and P5 right now is a second. And I think Kitten Petter should be somewhere in that gap, I would assume, at least.
Yes.
Maybe even higher up.
Absolutely.
Kitten Petter showing a lot of speed at the tracks like Monza and Spa, winning last week at Spa. So maybe it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do at a track like Monaco.
After the comms box dogged him the whole race, apparently. And I'm really surprised looking at Rogue's ERS. He's about just getting to 2/3 through the lap, and he has hardly any ERS left. It's pretty interesting to see, his ERS so low.
Well, he did invalidate in the second sector, so I think he was thinking he'd have enough to go again, but so far Kitten Petter's keeping it pretty clean. We'll look to see what he does as he comes across the line. And he goes 5th fastest with a 10.1, so DK right as you were expecting, kind of right up in there in that gap where we had a second to spare, so. I can't take all full credit for that. That was Perry.
Oh,
but my apologies.
It is okay.
Yeah.
MRM will flash across P6. Yeah, so these times are picking up into the 111s.
Yeah. Looks like Andrew's going to be crossing the line here. And he goes 9th fastest with an 11.8. Bodhod goes 2nd fastest, improving his time to a 10.3. And it looks like J-Sack's about to start his second run.
P-Dog backed out of his lap, and I think he's just going to go again.
So if you're Bodhod, do you try to go for pole, or do you just maybe call it quits with 5 minutes to go?
Well, I mean, with it being a wet race, I'd assume he's gonna take another stab at it. But we'll see.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Normal 2 at the top, Segrist, Bodhod, those two have been battling all season, and it looks like they're going to carry that on.
Yeah, without a doubt, they've been some of the strongest competitors in AM2 thus far. JSAC gets upset at the swimming pool chicane and taps the wall.
He was about 7/10 up, so he should improve by quite a bit.
And he goes second fastest, just getting ahead of Bodhod by a couple thousandths of a second. So impressive lap for the Williams man. As we've got Rum Fresh, who's just started his lap.
If Rum Fresh just started his lap, he got held up by JSAC coming out of turn 1 real bad.
I know mentioning it, watching JSAC, and obviously Badhad from Australia, JSAC from Greece. You talk about a track where you don't have much room for error, especially in the wet. And something that could play a big role into turn 1 is the connection. I'm thinking, obviously, mostly in AM tier, but with JSAC subbing in from Greece and Badhad being from Australia, it could make things interesting.
Yeah, without a doubt. Hopefully they have a good connection to the host. Oh, as Rum Fresh
disconnects.
Yeah. Right as we are talking about connection issues, so unfortunate for him. I'm gonna hop on board here with Guru Grux King. He's looking to improve his time significantly from a 13.8. Guru's had a tough go the last couple of races. DNFing from, I think it's in the last 3 races he's DNF'd from. So he's looking to improve his results here and finish out a race, and it's gonna be a tough one, I think. But he's a strong driver, so I think he'll be okay here going into this race.
The wet weather last week toward the end of the racing spot really caught a lot of drivers out.
It really did. So Rogue is on for another lap here, so see if Rogue can improve his time. Get into the 10-second mark. As SRS does an 11.2. He's starting his lap, I believe.
Yeah, I hope for Porridge he can put a lap together. Starting last at Monaco in the rain. Definitely, I think, tough to do. But especially, in a league race, 50%.
Yeah, 39 laps around Monaco is gonna really test the driver's mental strength, because one little slip up and it's gonna be disaster.
You're absolutely right. Drivers really got to be patient with the race tonight.
And there's not a ton of overtaking opportunities, so it's gonna really test some of those more impatient drivers or want to get a move done. Rogue A-Wing goes second fastest, doing a 10.2. So that was an impressive lap from the Renault man.
I think that just means this track is really going to speed up these last runs.
Yep. So it looks like Andrew's finishing a lap here, 11.2. And we've got P-Dog Peyton coming across. So we're starting to see more and more of those times get into the 10-second mark, and I think you're right, Perry. I think the track's starting to grip up here near the end of qualifying, so we'll see how many more of these guys can improve their times. As Bodhod starts another run. Let's see here.
This is going to be bad for Seagrass, as if he wants to improve, it might be impeded. I think HS Marrera is on a lap, but actually I don't think he is.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think HS Marrera really realized Seagrass was on the
Bodhad's
lap.
coming up
Now
behind him real
Bodhad's
quick,
there as
too.
well.
Yeah.
He gets out of the way.
So this gives
dear.
Bodhad a perfect chance, as well as others with Seagrass not setting a faster time.
Hot looking really clean to this swimming pool section.
A little shaky on the exit though.
And
Oh,
he
he
gets into the
just
9
does it.
second mark. Wow. It's a great lap from the Aussie man. Impressive.
Hot showing his strength as always in American Tour too.
Yeah.
Kitten Petter's the next one that'll probably come across the line, at least out of the fastest guys.
So unfortunate Arcock is
Kitten's-
going to have to bail out of his lap as Amram's on his way back to the pits.
Kitten is 500s down. Oh, yeah, he had a rough third sector. I don't think Kitten, no, he will not improve.
So it looks like
So P-Dog will be the next to cross. Oh, he's going to dive into the pits.
so that looks like that'll be everybody.
J Sack coming across.
I think he's
Maybe the
coming into
next-
the pits as well.
Is he? Nope, he's going to finish the lap.
Interesting.
But not gonna improve on anything with a,
Right.
like a 115.
Yeah.
I think
So-
Amram's on a lap.
I don't know. Is JSAC? He's maybe not.
Yeah, he's finished. He's got the checkered flags.
Yeah.
Oh, Amram got a rough exit. I think because of the timing difference, the session wasn't over as early as we think it is.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's over now. But Amram, I think, got a lap off,
Oh,
and he's gonna
Amram slams into
drill
the
the exit. I don't know if he's gonna improve. I don't think so after that sector. Nope.
Nope.
Not at all. So that's everyone. So quite an
It is,
interesting grid.
It's extremely close in the top 5 within half a second.
Without a doubt. JSAC, the reserve, filling in for us with a strong showing in P4, but Bodhod is the provisional pole with a 109.9, so great job for the Mercedes team. And then you got Seagrest in second, Rogue in third, JSAC is in fourth, and then P-Dog Peyton finished qualified fifth. Then you got Kitten Petter sixth, SRS Amram 7, Andrew is fresh 8, Arcaka 9, Porch Power 10th, Rum Fresh 11th, HS Maria 12th, Sector 7 13th, Grugrex King 14th, Young DJ 15th, and then RJP will be starting at the back of the grid in 16th after DNFing earlier in the session. So we've got a bold prediction from Dresa in the chat, predicting that Kitten is going to lead after turn 1. So, I mean, after coming in with a lot of confidence from the race last week, guys, I'm curious what Kitten's got in store for us. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on race predictions.
If Kitten Petter is leading after turn 1, that'll be the move of the season, no doubt.
Yes,
no matter what
no doubt.
happens the rest of the season, that'll be the move of the season.
Well, it means that there's just going to be calamity into turn 1 in the top 5.
Without a doubt, yeah. I think we'll look for Bodhod and Seagrest for sure to battle it out, and Rogue might be able to keep up to those guys. That'll be an interesting battle at the front.
And I think
I'm
too,
gonna go out
strategy-wise, and keeping the wing clean. You know, you think one stop if everything goes perfect, but you know, do you try the undercut? Maybe put on a fresh set of inters earlier on than everybody else. How much time does that make up? You know, do you get stuck in traffic? Is someone slower than you? Might have wing damage. Constantly losing time. So there's a lot of variables here that, you know, not just from driving on the track and racing other people, but also, you know, pit strategy and that kind of thing.
No, without a doubt.
You're exactly right, Perry. But as far as pit strategy goes, I think it's going to be raining the whole race, as it looks like it is in fact raining. But as far as prediction goes, I think I'm going to have to go with. I mean, I don't know if you can really go all qualifying anymore now that it's raining, but Bodhod, Rogue, I'm going to go J-Stack. That'll be my podium.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Bodhot as well, and then I think Seagrass is gonna be able to hang on for P2. Although we'll see how things go with the wet. Oh, as we got our predicted strategies up on the screen right now, and then I think I can see P-Dog Peyton with some sneaky strategy getting up into P3. So we'll see what happens here. And I know Kitten's going to be watching this later, and he's going to be like, wow, you didn't show me any love. But Kitten, I think you're going to fight up to P4, so we'll see what happens. But lots of racing to go.
It's going to be a very, very interesting one.
You know, it's a little bit surprising seeing Andrew start down the order. And I think he's usually a pretty clean driver, so I think when you look at biggest movers in the race, Andrew, because of kind of the lower starting position, has a lot of room to move up the order. And also, our Kaka and Porridge, they tend to be pretty clean, so.
Oh, as we've got some collisions earlier back. Looks like the drivers were having some issues when they got to the hairpin.
Might have been. That might have been. It felt like really from like P7 on back, they really got stacked up at the hairpin, and a lot of drivers in the back just had to sit there. That might have been just because he was not moving on track.
Definitely, hairpin in traffic you gotta take it so slow. It's just unbearably slow.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We've got a bold prediction from Arbar in the chat. He's thinking that none of the top 3 will be on the podium by the end of the race. So that's an interesting prediction for sure.
I'd say it's got to be pretty careful if you're Seagrass, because we saw the EU2 race where the driver in second tried to make a move into turn 1, got a better start, and ended up losing wing. A barrier that really sticks out, and just Sandoval is it can be a struggle. So I think Seagrass, even though he's probably going to want to be aggressive, thinks that he probably could have gotten pole. He's got to be careful into turn 1.
So, something very interesting. Rumfresh's car just took off from the grid, and everybody else is gridded up. So,
he left the session right as they started the formation. So is he now doing his formation lap to maybe?
He might be, or be. It still shows me it's his AI doing it, so I don't know.
That is.
We'll see. We'll see what his AI card does.
It's kind of unfortunate in a way because everybody's sitting on the grid now, just waiting.
Yeah. Now the tires are just cooling right down.
We'll see what his card does, because I don't think he started the race. I think it's just his AI doing the formation lap.
Weird.
It doesn't feel like the AI is pushing overly. I mean, I know the AI are slow generally, but we'll find out. I think it also would probably count a lap for Rumfresh's AI if he were to do 2.
Very confusing.
We'll see here if we need to restart the lobby if this AI just plows right on through and doesn't stack up, but we'll see. Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, come on.
Alright, well it hasn't really accelerated, so there it's going.
Here we go.
Alright.
Looks like it's going into a grid spot. Okay. That was eventful. Oh, the lights are going crazy.
So the lights are out. We've got engine noises. Some cars are kind of moving, but... And we're green.
There we go.
So we got Bodhod going into turn 1. gets through clean. Oops.
Oh, P-Dog with a great move up to 4th.
Wow, great driving from P-Dog already. And Kitten Petter jumping up. So JSAC, the biggest loser off the get-go. JSAC down 3 spots to P6.
Oh, Kitten Petter hits the wall of Casino. Got some wing damage.
Oh.
This is, I don't know, Sector 7 in the backspin.
And we're looking at a great shot of the hairpin right now. And it's crazy how bunched up the field gets at that hairpin. So drivers really got to be careful and give space as they get in there. And now we're moving forward, and Bodhot is away. Bodhot has a decent gap already. There already is a crazy gap formed between the top 3. So
I thought that JSAC just ran wide on my screen, broke a little too late into turn 1, and that opened the door for P-Dog and Kitten to get through.
I wonder if, even though it doesn't look like he's got wing damage, but I wonder if he's experiencing a little bit of wing damage and it's causing him some issues.
Possibly Kitten Petter elects to stay out with his wing damage. To get wing damage once, you maybe will get away with it because you don't want to be, you know, hitting 1,000 times.
Rogue has got a train behind him.
Yeah, P-Dog's charging like a madman right now. He looks like he's gonna get. He's gonna force. Looks like he wants to force Rogue into a mistake, but we'll see as we come down into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Ooh, we got some. Looks like JSAC just went into the back of Kitten Petter. I don't know if that was a glitch on our end, but.
Ooh, Rogue and P-Dog getting squirrely in the tunnel.
Yeah. Oh wow, P-Dog.
No, P-Dog went to go to the outside, but there's no space for that.
No, I think that was more of a miss the braking point and was just trying to avoid damage, but it's tough when you're driving on the wet compound tires, whether it's the intermediates or the full wets, coming through that tunnel where there is no rain, because then your tires behave a lot differently, so you do got to take a careful line through there. I found that I was losing the rear end time and again doing practice.
Let's see in the back, I think RJP lost some front wing at some point, so he'll be coming in.
It looks like SRS is already coming in.
Yeah.
He's
Front wing as well for him.
Yep. And RJP will come in as well.
Oh, sector 7 in the swimming pool is DNF.
Safety car.
Safety car.
And we have a safety car. 3 laps.
So this should help all of those that pitted for wings. I mean, it'll bunch them back up.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Tough start to your contest of speed career for Sector 7. I think that's three out of the last 4 races, do you know?
Very tough indeed. So now things are about to get spicy because we've got the safety car restart. I wonder if any of those guys that kind of had questionable wing damage are going to opt to just switch their wing, or if they're just going to tough it out here.
I think, I mean, if you're Kitten Petter right now, you're running P5, you might want to tough it out, or maybe not. You might only lose like a couple spots, but you know,
and Seagrass pits.
With it being so hard to pass,
Seagrass does have wing damage. He's going to lose a tremendous amount of track position.
No, that's what I was just about to say, Perry. Like, you know, get back in traffic at this track, it's so hard to pass.
It's pretty much done, yeah. So, I'm not sure. I think Seekers would have probably been better off just because, you know, with the way Rogue was off the pace, it looked like, with the leaders. I mean, probably would have been better off just staying out. I mean, maybe now he can go a couple laps longer on the tires, but even still, he's going to be just losing gobs of time to Bodhot and the rest of them.
Definitely. Track position is a key thing at this track. You don't want to give it up if you don't have to.
So Kitten's missing his front right end plate, so yeah. I guess we'll kind of see if Seagrass gamble pays off here by pitting and putting himself in P11, because traffic is gonna be difficult. We have. Well, things are already spicy as we've got a little bit of a change of order. Amran and Seagrass are going to probably give each other some trouble, if I'd imagine. They're similar pace, so that's going to be a battle to watch for.
I think, yeah, this also provides an opportunity for P-Dog. I mean, depending on the restart. I think it provides a better opportunity for passing, as somehow Seagrass has crashed.
I think Seagrass and Amram came together or something, but I'm not sure.
That's pretty bizarre.
Unless Amram had
HS Marrera is also pitting. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. He had HS Marrera ahead of him, and I'm assuming he probably spun, and then Seagrass probably tried to miss him and wrecked under the safety car. So
yeah, unfortunate for the Ferrari man. 2 wet races in a row is not going his way.
So there's one of the top 3 out.
Yep.
And it's a tough break for Seagrass again, but I mean, just like that, you know, it can be little things like safety car being in the pack. Yeah, just opens you up to that situation. I think he was better off just toughing out the wing damage.
I wonder if the safety car is going to come in this lap or if it's out for another lap still.
I would say with Rumfresh being way back there, it might stay out one more lap.
I don't think Rumfresh is controlling his car, though. I think it's his AI still. I could be wrong.
No,
I could also be because
he's not
Seagrass.
ghosted. I think it's him just by the way the car's driving. Yeah, it's definitely him because he just spun.
Oh dear, we've got a little
Yeah, it's still. I think it's staying
here.
out. So.
Yeah, one more lap.
Having a hard time getting turned around.
It's tough. Such a tight track. It's like, but he does a good job to get that. Oh.
I would say that keeping the safety car out ensures that we have more finishers. As I think Rumfresh just crashed, but we've had 2 DNFs now during the safety car. So I don't know. Maybe it's worse under safety car than it is without.
I don't mean to laugh, but Rumfresh literally just sent it into the hairpin and didn't even lift.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I had that all on the stream there. It's a little bit of a silly thing for him, but that's really frustrating when you lose it coming out of the casino corner. There's that little bump on the exit of the casino corner, and it'll get you if you're not careful with throttle. So unfortunate that we've lost another. We're down to 13. Started with 16 and we're down to 13.
So I made a bold prediction in the AM2 chat. I said 10 people are gonna DNF.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
No offense to any of the AM2 drivers, but yes.
I'm sure Bodhod has to be ready to get going. I mean, he's been behind the safety car. I think safety car's led about as many laps as he has.
As we get the notification from race control that safety car will be coming in this lap, so Bod starts to slow the field down. Oh, it looks like drivers.
Here comes the final release.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Kitten Petter with a boss.
As RJP just slams into the back of Porridge.
Oh,
Oh dear. Well, here we go.
Alright. So Bodhot is
Bodhot.
full
Pretty good
throttle.
start. Pretty good start for Rogue.
Rogue is, oh, Bodhot hits the wall.
Bodhot, so much understeer.
He's
Get
got
away with
damage.
it?
It's gonna. No, he's got damage. That's gonna open the door up for Rogue.
He's missing a right end plate. And his car just looks like it has so much understeer. Oh
That's
man,
unfortunate for Bodhot.
Kitten got a pretty good look around the outside on the hairpin for PETA.
Man, no, even with the wing damage, Bodhot's still pulling out a second and a half lead. So Rogue is really struggling in these wet conditions. He's got P-Dog right behind him again. Really, he's got the all the way back to P6 right behind him, a little train behind Rogue.
I'm on board with JSAC, who's in the back of this little train here behind Rogue, so we'll get some good action. Moving forward into lap 8.
Yeah, it just feels like Rogue has maybe a dry setup, or I'm not sure, but he has no confidence going through any of the either high speed or low speed corners, so it feels like he gets great exits and able to keep pace on straights, so I don't think he'll be an easy guy to get around. He's got no pace in the corners.
I wonder if that safety car, the drivers just weren't able to get the tires up to temp as much as they would like, and the tires are just really hard to drive on right now. But P-Dog is itching to go. He's on the gearbox of Rogue at the moment. This is allowing Bodhod to start pulling away. Big lock up from Bodhod going into the Nouvelle chicane.
Yeah, Bodhot's catching a big break with the damage and just Rogue being just really off the pace.
Yeah.
But if you're P-Dog,
dear.
Rogue that loses it in the swimming pool, and
I just think he
P-Dog
ran
runs
so
into the back
deep.
of him.
He just ran so deep that it was odd. Ran so deep he had to jump on the brakes and a accordion P-Dog.
So looks like SRS just got by Gru.
Looks like young DJ has missed his braking point in the chicane, and there's a VSC.
Shoot.
The VSC, I believe, is for young DJ coming out of the chicane.
We'll hop on with Bod here, and
So I think at this point, if you're P-Dog, I mean, I don't think he'll have the ability to get around Rogue. So I think the only thing you can try to do is either undercut or overcut.
Definitely.
yeah, I wonder which is the stronger of the two. If you look to try to stretch things out, or
The way I think this race is playing out, probably the overcut, because, I mean, the field is still pretty backed up, so I mean, they are pretty close, but I don't know, I think in the undercut you probably get stuck in somebody's traffic, so.
I think if you're P-Dog, though, I mean, I might just want to wait it out because you're faster and you don't want to be stuck behind anybody because it just slows you down. So, I mean, it may just be better to stay out because you're already getting slowed down. What's the point of being slowed down in the back of the pack?
And at the moment, if you ask me, I think probably out of these three, Kitten and Ford might be the fastest. He's also driving more on the edge and with dirty air.
Exactly. Kitten Petter still got that wing damage from lap 1 as well, holding strong with the wing damage.
Kitten almost added to that wing damage going into the hairpin as he just pushed the snitch too deep and almost went in the back of P-Dog, so nice save from Kitten. Yeah, this has been a fun battle to watch.
P-Dog's got a decent run. Did he try it? No. I felt like P-Dog got a lot better of an exit out of Portier.
Oh, it's P-Dog and Rogue make contact.
Oh, they are awfully tight. But I think P-Dog's got to be smart enough and back off in that section, and then try to line it up here.
Does it look like?
Oh, I think P-Dog cut the wall with his rear tire. Kitten Petter's gonna.
Here comes Kitten down the inside. He's got a good spot. A good place to be, the inside. Oh, Kitten Petter cuts the corner. I don't think P-Dog gave him any space. Kitten had to cut the corner, so.
Now this allows J-Sack to get a little bit closer too, get back up into the fight.
I hate to
Andrew is in for mediums.
Andrew is on medium tires, yes. That's what I was about to say.
The rain has stopped. It might be partially because he ran so many safety car laps that what would have been more of the race is now just wet to dry.
Like the rain has stopped.
Interesting.
Good observation. I did not even notice that.
No, I didn't notice it either.
But it still looks too slick for dry tires.
Yeah. I think Andrew might be a lap or two too early with those mediums, but who knows?
Yeah, there's still a lot of splash in the low speed corners.
It's a beautiful helicopter view as P-Dog shows his car. Oh, as P-Dog gets a great move on
He might have cut that around the outside. Oh, they're still side by side. This is impressive. Someone's got to give here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be P-Dog.
Oh, Kitten gets squarely.
No, no.
What a save.
No. So that allows J-Sack up into P4.
Oh, P-Dog gets loose
P-Dog.
again and hits the wall.
Oh dear.
Might be J-Sack's opportunity.
J-Sack's gonna look on the outside, but nothing going there.
Well, that was a wild turn of events. As now J-Sack's up to P4. Porridge is in for mediums now, so it looks like we're not even seeing the spray kick up from tires
DRS is
anymore.
enabled.
DRS is enabled, so Andrew and Porridge might be the biggest winners here. Getting onto the
I
mediums
think
early.
this is. I don't think Andrew's really made much time up. I think he's lost actually, maybe a couple of seconds. But I don't know, we'll see with Bodhod. I think this is the point where Bodhod needs to pit, or else even though he's got a 7-second gap, he's gotta fend off some of these other guys if they pit. He did just put a purple sector.
Sector 2, yeah.
And we'll see as we're now watching
No,
Bodhod.
There's not even
Here
hardly
he
any
comes.
spray.
There he goes. So good choice from the lead man coming in for the medium tires.
P-Dog stays out.
Oh, Bodhod's gonna get held up by all these people coming in the pits. A little bit. P-Dog stays out. J-Sack is in, so P-Dog does stay out. J-Sack goes for the hard tire.
Here comes Andrew. Andrew's gonna jump a ton of positions.
Wow.
And
So it did pay off. It did pay off. He's up to 5th place, potentially 4th, with P-Dog still staying out.
Right now, yeah, it would be P4.
Yeah, with the pit stop sitting around 21 seconds, I think P-Dog's going to be dropping down unless there's another safety car, but looks like he'll come out in P5. So we'll hop on and we'll see if P-Dog is wrestling those tires at all.
Oh,
imagine-
definitely. He's got to breathe it quite a bit.
Yeah, he is nursing it around the track. As Bottom is able to close down by 2 seconds.
Rogue ran a purple sector 2 right there. So maybe Rogue might have the pace in the drives.
Maybe. Ooh, the Rogue's rear end steps out a little bit. Oh, it looks like...
P-Dog got a wing change.
Okay. So Andrew up to P4. So it looks like Andrew might be a... Ooh, it looks like we got a little battle at the back here. It looks like Porridge and Gru. And HS Maria gets out on front up to P9.
JSAC. It's going to be interesting to see how JSAC works out because the hards are going to be, I think, pretty successful once we get about the last 5 or 6 laps of the race. Well, there's this crash, Krugerx King and Porridge.
Oh dear.
I think Porridge might have tried to send it and we get a VSC. I think Porridge tried to send it in on Krugerx King and Krugerx King turned in.
That's a tough spot.
Both have wing damage.
Mirabeau trying to send it there, so we'll hop on and see. Yeah, Porridge is missing his end plate, and Gru is also missing an end plate. So unfortunate coming together for those two drivers.
So can the guys on the mediums go the rest of the race, or will they have to pit again?
I believe they
I think we should be good, but it'll be close. I mean, they should make it, but their tires will be pretty bad when they get towards the end of the race. Big move for RJP though, moving back into the points. This is one of those races, especially at this point, you know, even if you're not doing well, continue to run laps and you'll be able to get maybe a point.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with only 12 drivers remaining, chances for points are high, so you just want to keep your car on the track, keep it moving, and chances are you'll finish with some points.
Let's see if JSAC can get a good exit down the front straight. He's gonna have DRS. More overtake than Rogue. Rogue has got the straight line speed.
Kitten sets fastest lap at 16.2, and then P-Dog beats it for 15.3, so those times are starting to speed up as we get going here. And Amram beats that. JSAC is helping out Bodhod here by forcing Rogue to play defense for the past few laps, as that gap has really started to expand from what it was. So, oh, we've got Amram who's on the heels of Arkaka, so I wonder if he'll be able to get Arkaka in the next few laps.
Oh, Amram, look to the inside of Arkaka there. Everybody just clicking off fastest laps as well. P-Dog with a 12.5. Everybody's kind of spread out a little bit, other than Arcaka and Amram. They're the closest two on track right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun little battle for P7 here as we come into Mirbeau. And then down to the hairpin. As J-Sack is closing that gap up on Rogue again.
I just don't think JSAC has the grip yet out of the slow corners.
No. Oh.
They just spun.
Just spun.
No damage, so he's good.
Oh, as Amram shoots for the inside at Rascassen.
Oh, and forces his way through.
As Amram bullies his way into P7. We'll see if Arcaka can fight back.
You gotta get him where you can in Monaco.
Yeah. So, Kid Petter, Andrew, and P-Dog have kind of spaced themselves out here. J-Sack's falling away a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting race, but I think RJP moving all the way up to P10, getting into the points. Not a bad showing for him so far.
I think right now it's going to be, with everybody spread out, it's going to be keep it clean, no mistakes, and save tires. I think the only one that might not have to worry about tires is JSAC.
I think they should be okay on tires, but the biggest thing that I think if I'm JSAC is you've got to wait till you have a pretty decent advantage with the hards over the mediums, which should come at about the final 7 or 8 laps.
Oh, rare crashes in Rascasse, I think.
Safety car, wow.
Yeah, he has crashed.
So it's interesting to see if people pit for another fresh set of mediums here.
I think you should.
I mean, a lot of these guys only done 5 or 6 laps on them, but you know, if you're further back, what do you have to lose?
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
Somebody like P-Dog, he's got about 18 seconds. He's got about a full pit stop ahead from 7th, so we'll see if anybody does.
I think the biggest winner here is JSAC on the hards. If everybody's going to be pitting, that'll shoot him up.
I don't think everybody will pit.
No.
Bodhod stayed out, Rogue stayed out.
Yeah.
I don't think the front guys will stay out, but I think people like P-Dog could potentially stay out.
Oh,
I think P-Dog is deciding. He's waiting, he's deciding what he should do. Oh, now he's going to go in.
Interesting.
I don't know why he waited. Maybe the delta was really screwed up.
Maybe. It's possible. Amram stays out. Arcaka's choosing to come in.
He's going for the softs, but yeah, I don't know about that.
It says Grugar's King with the softs as well.
Softs are a big gamble, but
they're not going to last 19. Well, if they go green, 17, 16 laps. They could last maybe a little bit over half of those, but at some point they're just going to fall off and be slower than the hards.
no, exactly.
We'll see if P-Dog can race his way through some traffic.
Well,
For a couple laps, I mean, he'll be significantly faster.
It looks like the Red Bull strategist has opted to get both Red Bull drivers on the softs. So we'll see if this plays out for them, as Gru is also on the softs now. I don't know. I think you guys are right. I don't think those softs are going to make it all the way to the end.
No, you're going to have to do a lot of tire saving under the safety car to do it.
Yeah.
But even then, it's still going to be pushing it.
Yeah, it helps everybody on the mediums though.
Definitely, yes.
I think person to watch right now is Kitten. I mean, he's been pretty quick, but again, hasn't really been able to find a way around people.
So P-Dog has now pit again, so I wonder if he was thinking the softs are a mistake.
Yeah, he's going on the
Yeah,
mediums
there he
now.
goes. Yeah. So it looks like the game put him back on those mediums he was on earlier.
Yes. He's going to lose a spot to Arcaka. So...
Yeah, that's I don't know. I think once you make the call to go to softs, that's probably what he should do. I don't know why. You should doubt yourself and go back in, because now you've lost 2 spots.
Yeah.
RJP's coming back in as well, so he's putting on medium tires, it looks like, too. So...
And serving a penalty.
Yep. So the Red Bull strategists are not here today, I don't think.
It's also rough for P-Dog because he stayed out on inters, and that cost him pretty much, 3rd place.
Yep.
What does Gru do? Does Gru stay out? Gru stays out.
Yeah.
That Gru is also a lap down as well. Where is he? Yeah.
I think these pit stops also are just creating more time for the safety car to stay out.
So if Gru's a lap down, he should be able to pass the safety car and unlap himself, no?
I think...
Yeah, he should be, but I don't think he wants to. I think he's just going to start at the back of the line.
Oh, yeah, he's letting everybody by here. This is porridge.
So safety car.
Here. Safety car is going to be coming in soon, hopefully.
I believe it should be in this lap. Unless it's going to wait on RJP to catch up. So, safety car really is going to make everything interesting now, especially since it's dry. Everybody feel like it's going to be able to keep a little bit closer to each other. So I know Rogue's going to be really, maybe a little bit impatient, but I know he's looking for an excellent result. So it's going to be interesting.
Oh, let's go racing.
Alright, safety car coming in.
There we go.
Everybody keeping it clean so far. Butthud gets an excellent start, excellent restart off Rogue.
Yeah, Bada chose a great spot to get going back to full speed, catching Rogue as he was coming through Rasgas, so that was an awesome restart by Bodhod.
Oh yes.
I feel like RJP might have pitted like literally half of the laps in this race.
Yeah, he's having some unfortunate go here at Monaco.
I think he's probably just getting penalties removed, time penalties removed.
Maybe, yeah.
Just in case there's more safety cars. You may as well.
Well, I mean, we got 16 laps to go. There's definitely a good chance for another safety car in this race. We'll see.
Everybody. P-Dog on the gearbox for our Kaka right now.
can get up to P7.
Oh, about loses it coming out of the final corner.
Getting a little squirrely there.
Kitten Petter.
Kitten Petter and Amram slowly closing up on Andrew and JSAC.
Everybody's just about half a second between each other right now. So.
Yeah, should be some nice close racing for the remainder of this race. So we'll see.
That should be Bot Hodge just checked out. 2-second gap already to road.
Yeah.
Everybody from Andrew on back's pretty close.
Kitten's right on the gearbox to Andrew at the moment, so we'll look to see if we can get a move done on Andrew. Coming through Rasgas.
DRS gets in there. It's like everybody gets like real close together, and then once we go through the swimming pool section, they kind of all spread back out again.
Yeah.
Can't really get a move done. Oh, our cocker runs wide through Casino.
Does that allow P-Dog to get a move in? Oh, big lunge from P-Dog. Yeah, it's interesting through that, the hairpin, and then coming out at Portier, like all of the grid kind of bunches up, and then like you said, we get to the swimming pool chicane and things spread back out again. So it's kind of funny how
it kind of eliminates any chance of overtaking.
Yeah.
So like, you got turn one, and then maybe the chicane. That's about it.
Yep.
Eventually overtake.
Ooh, big lock up. Looks like from Kitten Petter there. So Amram struggling a little bit at Rascas, and Kitten was able to get a good release, closing down on Andrew. At the same time, JSAC's closing down on Rogue. And we got P-Dog.
This is really just, at this point, just a really fast parade.
Yep. Wow, we get a nice aerial shot of the hairpin there as the train from Andrew on back works their way through. Coming into the tunnel section.
Kitten Petter locks up into the chicane.
Oh, looks like SRS cut some curb or went into the back of Kitten Petter there. That was,
No damage, so.
no damage. So it must have just been the curve, and car got really unsettled there. It was interesting. At least there's no damage for him.
The parade moves on.
The parade moves on.
This is gonna call it. P-Dog picks up a 3-second penalty. Gru is in the pits for mediums, and he is going to retire in the pits.
Alright,
So 10 drivers remain.
crazy. Well, I mean, on the plus side, for those still racing, they're going to finish in the points now. So
Yes.
it's just a matter
Well,
of
if you
where
have-
in the points.
If you haven't scored a point this season and you're still in the race,
quite.
you're good.
Not quite 90% of the race done yet, though, so.
True. That is true.
It's just tough luck for Gru. He's had such a great season last season, but every race this season is something plagues him.
Yep.
Amram's all over the back of Kitten Petter. I wonder if Kitten might have picked up wing damage the last lap or so.
We'll Big lockup.
Oh,
Oh.
but Amram
Amram.
squeezes. Oh, he almost gets it done. What a good look.
Seen a lot of passes into that part of the track as well.
Somebody just pass, please.
Somebody just send it. Just send it. So that's what we need.
Let's see.
These next 10 laps, though, JSAC is going to get closer with the tire degradation for the medium runners.
Yeah, JSOC just needs to play it cool and let that tire degradation fall into his hands how he wants. But he's reeling Rogue in slowly.
I think he's got to make the move, though, because, I mean, he should be quite a bit faster than Rogue come next probably 5 laps.
Yeah, and you wonder with his pace now that the hards are in their optimal window, like, if JSAC can get by Rogue, is there a chance that he can get closer to Bodhod and close that gap down? Who's also on heavily worn medium.
There we go. He can get a good run. It should be this time. Great exit.
Yeah.
Good overtake. Does he try it?
No.
Oh, not enough room.
And we wait another lap.
Oh, the yellow flag.
RJP is spun in the chicane.
No wing damage.
No wing damage at least, but
Rogue pulls the gap out a little bit more, but Rogue
I think
seems to be
for-
running a bit wide through some of the corners.
Andrew as well. He's got those 2 extra laps on the mediums, which he probably cooked because he drove in the
oh
wet.
no! Rogue just clips his rear tire at the Nouvelle chicane.
Oh,
Spins his car. Oh dear.
and picks up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, a little bit
To
of.
top it all
man.
off.
Oh man, Rogue. That's unfortunate for the Renault man.
And I mean, he just did great in qualifying. That's the classic, Monaco type move where
Yeah.
you do great in qualifying and then just keep it on the road for the race, and it makes it hard to pass. I mean, I think at the very least, Rogue was in line for P3.
Oh, without a doubt. So that's unfortunate for him. Well, I mean, the overtake that we were asking for, we got, just not how we expected. So now we can see if JSAC is able to chase down Bodhod in 9 laps and close that gap down. But it looks like Kitten and Amram are fighting hard for that final podium spot. Guys, I'd say Andrew so far biggest winner of the day with that bold move to go onto the mediums early.
So far, definitely, yes.
This last lap, Bodhod was 4/10 faster than JSAC, although JSAC did have to avoid the spinning Rogue, although Rogue ghosted pretty quickly. But
Yeah.
we'll see if I think Bodhod still got pretty good pace on those mediums. Oh, as he hits the wall. Oh, he loses some end plate. Bodhod just lost some end plate out of the second swimming pool, so he should slow down a little bit.
Oh dear. This is about to
That's
get
okay.
interesting.
And, eight laps to go.
You need to say it, Bursey. What's it gonna get? It's gonna get spicy.
It's gonna get spicy.
Scenes.
I think Kitten is closing down on Andrew, so
It definitely is going to get spicy because JSAC has closed down a second so far.
already.
Now, almost to 2.5 seconds now.
Oh,
So how much wing damage does Bodhod have?
He was about a second faster this last lap. JSAC was. And it's only gonna get worse now for Bodhod, so
Yeah.
JSAC should be there in only a couple more laps. It's gotta be heartbreaking if you're Bodhod thinking, oh, as he loses more, he loses other end plate.
Oh no.
Man alive, so
Oh dear.
these last 10 laps.
That's very unfortunate for Bodhod. Because JSEC now is there, pretty much.
Yeah, 1.2 seconds up, seconds back. As it looks like P-Dog is opted to go into the pits. And we'll see here. So JSAC right on the gearbox of Bodhud already.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
mistakes kill you. JSAC, that's the difference. He hasn't really made any mistakes, hasn't lost any wing,
Absolutely.
hasn't spun, so.
DK, I'd be interested to know the penalty situation currently from these top runners here.
I'll
Yes.
see if JSAC tries it into the chicane.
Nah, if you're JSAC right now, you just kind of.
Oh,
Bodhud spins
Oh
it.
dear!
Bodhod doesn't run. Oh no.
Oh no!
Now everybody's gonna get through.
Yeah, Bodhud's able
Well, maybe
to get...
not the Renos.
No, the Reynolds are staying behind, but they're hot on the heels, and Bodhod is a wounded animal right now as he lets Amram through.
Yeah.
He knows this race is lost now.
And I think, if Rogue doesn't spin, he is in line for the win at that point. Bodhod's just gonna
Totally.
pit.
Yep.
It's
The
very
JSAC
unfortunate
gets
for
gifted. I
Bodhod.
mean, here's Kitten Petter. Oh, he's gonna stay behind Andrew for a second. He almost sent it into turn one.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go for it, but so our podium looking completely different than what we had expected.
It's looking completely different than a lap ago.
Yes,
I don't know if
honestly.
this is an outlier or not, but JSAC has lost about a second to Andrew now. I couldn't tell if that maybe was just from Bodhod.
So 2.6.
Penalties, JSAC
Might-
has one warning. Kitten Petter 3 seconds.
Okay.
And Andrew is clean.
Okay.
One warning for Andrew.
Does Amram
Yeah.
have Amram and Rogue are the next two there in that battle?
Amram's got at least 3 seconds. Amram's got six seconds. So
Okay. Looks like Arkaka's chasing down his teammate here with 5 laps to go.
It's interesting to see how desperate these guys pretty much third on back hit, with the train behind Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kitten, knowing that what he has 3 seconds probably, so.
I'm gonna check Rogue one more time, make sure I didn't miss anything.
I think Rogue is clean. As of about 10 laps ago, he was.
Yes, Rogue's got 3 seconds.
Okay.
That was on lap 29. So the podium as it sits right now should stay current as Rogue looks on the inside of Amram through Casino. I think I got the corners mixed up, but Rogue gets by Amram.
That's interesting.
I think Amram realizes maybe team orders. Amram does have 6 seconds of penalties. Rogue with only 3. Rogue could potentially go on the podium and stay on the podium, I think, with penalties, as it stands right now.
How many penalties does Kitten have?
Kitten's got 3 seconds, and that may be a warning.
Well, I think if Rogue's got 3 seconds, it should be the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh
Rogue.
no!
Oh, Rogue just drills the outside wall.
Rogue has missing the left side of his wing, so unfortunate for Rogue.
Worth noting that the McLarens aren't that far back either, so Rogue, if he does decide to pit, or maybe just loses it on his own, but yeah, he's going to lose at least probably 2 spots, depending on if the McLarens can get by.
Yeah, that was weird. It was kind of like his throttle stuck or something, and he just understeered right into that wall. So, interesting. Unfortunate for Rogue. Was able to fight back, but looks like McLaren is going to get some solid points at the end of this race.
JSEC maintaining the 3-second gap. So to Andrew.
Yeah, so it looks like JSAC's call to go into the hards has really paid off, because now he's able to just keep the rest of the field comfortably behind him.
I think some of it has to just do with JSAC keeping it off the walls. I mean, Vadhad Rogue's just made mistakes, and he's been the only one that hasn't.
Absolutely.
Maybe that has to do with the hard tire.
Oh.
Oh, Rogue.
Looks like Rogue.
That's like
Oh,
he let one of the McLarens by.
I'm surprised. Well, Rogue figures with 2 laps to go, it doesn't really make sense to pit.
Oh, he turns in on Porge, though, or Arkaka.
Oh, unfortunate.
Arkaka loses end plate. That's, I don't know. That's if Arkaka wants to turn it in, he probably could and get some sort of penalty.
It's tough, especially when you know that you got a damaged wing. Let the cleaner guy by.
His Bothod's going to be right behind Arkaka now on the softs. So it's really unfortunate for Arkaka.
Yeah.
Still getting the points though.
Yeah. I don't think, did he pick up damage in that? Yeah, it looks like Arkaka's missing his end plate now. So that's unfortunate for him.
Maybe if Badhad can get by Arkaka, maybe he could give Rogue a run. He might be a little bit too far back, but as he picks up 3 seconds. Here we go. Chitten's been so close this whole time. He's got a great run this time.
No ERS though.
I think he's probably content with just not risking it.
Right on board with Bodhod, who's right on the gearbox Arkaka. I think Bodhod might be, he's got no ERS though, so I don't know if he's going to be able to get this move done. Oh, as he slams in the back, Arkaka sends him into the wall. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, that was just an accident. I think Bodhod didn't expect Arkaka to break that early.
I don't think so either, so that's really unfortunate.
Luckily for both of them, they stay, they're still able to continue on. I'm assuming Bodhod will just hit with Arkaka.
I'd assume so.
Could have had a VSC.
Oh, as Amram gets a little loose at Nouvelle Chicane.
A race that Bottas dominated in the last 5 laps has just turned completely upside down.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Meanwhile, P-Dog now is only a second behind Rogue. Oh, Arkaka wrecked it in the tunnel.
Oh dear.
So we start the final lap.
I wonder if that wing damage that Arkaka picked up from that incident just...
P-Dog on Rogue? Potentially. See how hard Rogue defends. P-Dog's not close enough.
Oh, as he drives into his corner. Oh dear. So P-Dog's
a lot of souvenirs in Sandoval.
Oh, the rest of Rogue's wing has just gone off into the marshals on the track side.
They might just both DNF.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, here we go.
Bodhod has DNF
now. Oh, he's not going to be able to have any room there. The chicane. Oh, here comes Amber on the outside.
Oh, can't get the move done though.
That pretty much seals that. Figure Rogue and P-Dog are just... Oh, Rogue's going to DNF. He's going to hit it in the tunnel.
Sorry guys, just catching JSAC as JSAC crosses the line to win the Monaco Grand Prix.
Here we go. Battle for second to the line. It's going to be Andrew.
Wow, nice tight finish.
Andrew getting... there it is.
Porridge, after all that, Porridge gets biffed.
Wow.
Fourth.
Fourth on penalties.
Fourth place.
Wow. Rogue is DNF. Oh my god.
P-Dog wins the Demolition Derby. P6.
If RJP DNFs, I'll get my prediction of 10
RJP,
retirement.
man. RJP was in the race, but again, it proves that as long as you keep all four wheels on your car, I mean, a lot of points for him, P7.
Yeah.
I believe Rogue, Bagat, and Arkaka will get points as they DNF'd within the last lap, so...
Wow, that was a crazy finish. That was super spicy. I can't believe that was an insane race, guys.
It was a great race. That's why you stick around for the last 10 laps or so. Everything always changes in the last 10 laps of this tier, it seems like.
Absolutely. All right. If you, DK, if you wouldn't mind inviting the finishers to the party, we'll get some interviews underway. Yeah, I'll get JSAC in here. Yeah. So we got JSAC, Andrews Fresh, Kitten Petter, Porch Power, Amram, P-Dog, RJP, Rogue A-Wing, Bodhod, Arkaka, Gru, HS Maria, Young DJ, Rum Fresh, Seagrass, and Sector 7 closes out the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix AM2 edition here for Contest of Speed. We'll hop on over for interviews.